Hi, it's Ivy from Ivy Boyd Makeup, and today I'm going to show you how to create this look, which I'm calling my high-low, warm-cool look. So high meaning high-end products you can find at Sephora or Ulta, and then products that are on the lower end price-wise, not quality-wise, more of your Target budget type products. So if you'd like to see how this look came together, just keep watching. Alright, since this is a full face tutorial, you know that once I put that on a video and somebody thought I meant like full like chubby cheeks, and they're like, girl, I'm so glad you posted this because I'm gained some weight lately. And I'm like, also valid, but this is a complete tutorial. So I'm going to start with like priming steps. I'm going to use this Grande Lips. This is a hydrating lip plumper. I don't like lip plumpers and I don't find them to be necessary. I'm fine with my lips. However, I really love Grande Cosmetics as a brand, and this is probably, it's me watching my makeup bag fall off my desk. This is the only one I would use. So it's like a click pen, right? And it's clear, but they have them in colors. But I'm just kind of using this as a lip primer. We're going to let it sit there while we do other stuff. So I'm just using the clear one. It has a really nice scent. It smells vanilla-y, kind of minty. But it doesn't have that burning sensation that some do. A lot of them have cinnamon oil in them. Basically, lip plumpers do work by irritating your lips, thus causing swelling. That's why I don't really like them. But, like I said, if I trust any, I would trust the Grande Lips one. So we're going to wear it, see how we feel about it throughout the video. Alright, any good makeup look starts with a primed under eye area. So I'm going to use this True and Luscious Flower Dose. It looks like a cool syringe. Not that syringes are cool, I didn't mean it like that. It is their plumping lip and eye serum. I don't love it as much for the lips, that's why I used a different one. But, you do use it like a syringe, and a little blob comes out. I would say one little blob is enough for both eyes, and I distribute it between my ring fingers, like so, and I'm just going to put it on the under eye area. I really like this because it's very nice and thin, so it's perfect under makeup. And it also does not leave that weird jelly boogery feel that sometimes like an aloe rich under eye gel pad will leave. It just absorbs nicely, and you can use it on your lips like I said. I'm not going to, but you do want to make sure you click it shut so it doesn't dry out. And then you put your large equine vet looking syringe away. Okay, is it just me? I feel like my lips are already kind of getting red, like around the perimeter. This is why I am scared of lip plumpers. One time I over applied one. I went to a wedding and I applied this plumping lip gloss all night long, and the next morning I woke up with a ring of blisters around my lips. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so for primer, I'm going to try out a primer that everyone seems to love. I've never seen a review yet that said that it wasn't that great, and it's the NYX Marshmallow Primer. And to be honest, I bought it because it said marshmallow, and I love marshmallow scent, love marshmallow flavor, marshmallow peeps. You love them or hate them, I love them. So I'm going to dot this on the main areas I would prime. I already did skincare, so I'm not trying to use this like as a moisturizer, although this is a hydrating primer, they say. My lips are like kind of hurting. I might end up wiping this off. I don't know if I like this. Oh, I forgot to smell. So, does it smell like marshmallow? It does. Not like super marshmallowy though, so don't worry, it's not like overpowering, but it's nice. So I'm going to blend this in. This is the first time I'm trying this, so I guess I'll let you know what I think as we apply the makeup. But so far, I do really like it. It's spreading and absorbing really nicely. Doesn't feel like it's sitting on top of the skin, and I don't feel like I have to use a lot of effort to blend it in. And I'm kind of concentrating it on those fine lines that I get in my forehead because I'm a human being and I make faces, smile lines, and where I have excess pore texture, so like here. And here, we're wearing masks, an area of friction, and I don't do a whole lot out here. So, now we've primed our face, our lips, our under eye, and I hope the burning goes away on my lips because I'd really like to move on without having to wipe this off and start over. Okay, so for the main complexion product, I'm going to be showing you how the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream looks on someone like myself that has dry skin. So I think this is awesome for normal to oily skin, but I hope that primer helps because for me, it does tend to accentuate my dry patches. So I'm using their Camo Cc Sponge, which is made to work with their Camo Cc Concealer, but that might help with this as well. So this is a full coverage CC cream, which to me is an oxymoron because CC creams are what I would usually categorize in the lighter weight complexion products with BB creams and tinted moisturizers. But whatever, you'll see. I mean, that's pretty full coverage. So I do like how this product applies. I love that it has coverage and can cover up, you know, more than just minor blemishes. I mean, I've got still some hyperpigmentation here. As you can see, I mean, look, I can kind of cover some under eye circles with it. It's a great product. I just find that for someone with dry skin, that throughout the day, it does not make my skin look as nice. So I'll show you how I'm going to remedy that because I do like it. Like I said, I'll do half my face and you can see I look so ugly right now on my viewfinder because I have half of a covered face, my lips are red, and it looks like I made out with a bowl of spaghetti. We're getting there. Okay, so I did half of my face with the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. So you can kind of get an idea of the coverage. It looks pretty dramatic given the half and half situation here. So if you didn't believe it has good coverage, you see now that it does. But it's still not full coverage because, I mean, look, you do still see my hyperpigmentation and, you know, see this little dot down here. It's not going to get fully covered, which it shouldn't because that's what a CC cream is. You should still, in my definition, still be able to see your skin through a CC cream a little bit. So whatever, we'll let them call it full coverage, but then just call it a foundation, you know? What is it? I think they just wanted to say CC cream and they liked how it sounds with camo in there. And that's fine, e.l.f., you do what you please. So I'm gonna bring this down my neck because you should, so it looks seamless. But also this product does have SPF 30, so, you know, always good to have extra sun coverage. Take it out to your ears, the excess. Again, that is an area people always skip when they apply SPF, but also, you know, your ear has a lot more blood vessels. It's always going to look really red in comparison to your face, especially after you've evened the whole thing out like this. So if you want your foundation, CC cream, what have you, to look the most realistic, put it on your ears. That's your tip of the day. Now it's time for under eye concealer. I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Conceal. I've always liked this and I just feel like it kind of faded away, but this is a brand that you can now buy at Target, so I bought some again and you'll see I'm going to use another. I'm going to use this obviously in the under eye area and I'm not going to put too much on there. I'm only putting what I need. The older you get, the drier your skin gets usually, and I already have dry skin. And then any excess of product on dry skin just says basically, hey, this is dry, check it out. So I'm gonna put like the excess on like kind of highlight areas. There we go, nose, just a little. This has a brush tip applicator, which is nice. You just have to like squeeze the tube and then it feeds through that brush. So I'm gonna flip this over just so we're using the clean side. And oops, I always try to blend out the first applied eye just because it's been sitting slightly longer. And I like to look up and away from where I'm at just to like stretch the skin out. Now look, I'm going to show you what to do because I do still see a dark spot there. So we use that small amount to target the area in general, move to your other areas to blend those out before they set too long. And then I'm going to just go back in and target concealer only where it's the very darkest. Okay. So now I see that I still have like a little bit of darkness right there. So I'm just painting right where I want it. I'm not going to like re-layer that whole area. So just keep it where you want it, but not getting too far outside there. Okay, remember how I said I was going to show you how I apply the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream to kind of counteract the fact that my skin is very dry, and I think this product is better for normal to oily skin. So I'm going to spray the Pixi Glow Mist on before I go too much further, because I need the hydration in there. I don't want this, you know, I don't want my skin sucking this up and then settling into my pores, because that's what it does. If I don't prime and I don't give my skin the moisture it needs, it's going to suck it right out of the Camo Cc Cream, and it's going to look like a literal nightmare. So now we're going to move on to the other shade of the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and the shade is Toast. So I am sort of using this in a contouring fashion, although this is still kind of a bronzy shade. So it's not like a true, you know, contour shadowy color. I'm going to actually just put it on my hand so you can see, and then I'm going to work off of my hand. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to apply this with this brush. I love this brush, by the way. This is the Cosette P320, and it's kind of narrow from the side, a little bit of a paddle brush shape, and I really, really like this for applying creams and liquids especially, but you can apply powders with it too. I just really like how it fits nicely under a cheekbone area and then easily blends it out. All of these brushes are vegan, and Cosette's just a really great brand in general. The founder's really nice. It's just, look it up if you haven't ever tried their products. Beautiful eyeshadows, long-lasting lip products, and the brushes, I think the brushes are my absolute favorite product they do. So I have dark hair, so I'm able to blend this right into my hairline. Obviously, if you are blonde or gray hair or just lighter in general, probably don't get as wild as I'm getting with it. And I am applying it sort of in a contouring fashion, but because it's bronzy, you know, I'm kind of taking it onto the cheekbone too. That e.l.f. CC cream was like pretty light. I don't know if I've been in the sun without SPF long enough to get any tan. I swore this was like a perfect match. It looks a little light on me now. So I'm gonna actually grab that e.l.f. sponge now, because it's just gonna blend this out a lot faster without moving around too much of the CC cream underneath. But this is a great little trick to have in your back pocket for when you're kind of in that weird in-between stage. You're like, well, this color is kind of too light, but it's definitely not dramatic enough for me to go buy a different shade just yet. So you can use these darker concealers to warm up certain areas so it doesn't look as dramatic. Okay, it's my favorite part, which is blush. This is from Tower 28. It is their Beach Please in Magic Hour. It's just a great cream blush, and I can't have enough of those apparently. I keep buying them. So I'm going to use that same Cosette brush, and I'm going to place it, and then I will probably, yeah, grab the sponge to blend it out. It's a good way to control things by placing it with a smaller brush and then blending it with a sponge. It'll look a lot more seamless and intentional that way, and then you can just kind of build where you need to. And I want to show you something else I like to do for my dry skin and working with that e.l.f. product. Throughout application, you can take your Pixi mist and spray your sponge to re-wet it, but then also every time you are pressing it to your skin, you're getting more hydration as well. Okay, at this point we are done using our liquids and creams, so we can set it. And I'm going to try out, for the first time, this powder that I admit I saw on TikTok. It is from the Boots No. 7 line, and it is their Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. I mostly am going to use this to set my under eye area. People are comparing it to Charlotte Tilbury airbrush something powder. One I haven't tried, so I don't know, I can't compare it. But it's supposed to like nicely set and blur, and I do think it looks nice from what I can tell. It doesn't look too powdery either. And I'm using this little e.l.f. Real Techniques brush, which I love. This brush is just like so versatile. Make sure to smooth out any creases before you set them. Oh my gosh, it has a mirror. I could be looking right here at it. Yeah, it looks really nice. I think it does have this strange like blurring quality. I mean, my skin still looks dry as a bone. What the hell? But the powder looks nice. Okay, so I'm gonna like selectively set with this, I think, because I want to keep my look dewy. So I'm gonna just kind of like set in the areas where, you know, your makeup tends to break away, where you have more pores, and yeah, it has this really cool blurring quality about it. I like it. I don't usually like use a colored setting powder. This is the shade Light, by the way, and there's several, but I'm kind of into it. I would like to report that the lip plumper no longer hurts, and I think I'm gonna make it. Okay, now I'm going to use my e.l.f. Wow Brow. This is a tinted brow gel. Somebody on Instagram asked me if I had tried this. Ugh, I dropped it. And I was like, no, but I should. So I have used this a few times. This is not my first time using it. It's very subtle. Like, see, it actually did deposit some color there, but I feel like you can use this pretty liberally and not worry that it's going to like dump a ton of product on, because I don't know, I have a dark color, what is this, neutral brown, so it's like I don't have the lightest color, but I still feel like it's not either not very dark or it just doesn't deposit a ton of product, which is nice, especially if you're worried you're gonna get out of control and then suddenly have like Eugene Levy brows, which would not be a bad thing. I love him. Okay, so that's kind of how it looks. I would say it's best for somebody who already has a lot of eyebrow hair and just kind of wants to set them into place and tint them a tad, just basically like I have it. It's great for me, but I don't know that if you had minimal brow hair, would this do much for you? Probably not. So now I'm going to do a tad bit of bronzer, I think, because I'm going to use it in my eyes, but before I do that, I'm just going to do a little bit on my face as well, because I don't know, I just feel like really pale today. This is Fenty Shady Biz. It's an oldie but a goodie. Alright, so I said I was going to use the bronzer in my eyes. This is how. So I'm going to just take a crease brush. This is a double-sided brush from It Cosmetics. Real good. Tap it off. And I already primed my eyes with Urban Decay's Primer Potion and Eden, and I just didn't show it because it's boring and I've done it in every single video I've ever done. So just prime your eyes. That's all you need to know. So I'm just kind of doing it in and slightly above the crease because you'll see I want the next shadow I put on just to blend seamlessly up into this. So it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm putting something else on. It's just kind of our nice little blueprint to keep the rest of the shadow contained. Alright, I'm going to use my Glossier Skywash in the color Terra. I have two other ones of these and I really like them, but I haven't tried this color yet, and it's definitely more of a deeper burnt orange. So the way I like to apply these is to use the applicator, paint it right at the lash line, a pretty liberal amount, and then just immediately take your finger, and you can use dabbing motions and a little bit of swiping motions to soften and blend it out. They blend out really nicely. They're all matte, which I love, and then I usually end up doing this. I take my ring finger and I swipe it in the crease back and forth to make sure that that top edge is nice and soft and it doesn't look like a hard line. I really like this color. This is exactly what I hoped it would be. Yay. So now I'm going to take what's left on here and just connect that outer corner to the top and bring it, halfway across, I guess, and look up while we just sweep it under there. You don't have to put it on the bottom, by the way, but I like a nice wash of color all around the eye. Now say you were like, oh, on your skin tone, maybe you're darker than a ghost, you can go back in and you can dab on a little bit more where you want it. These are really nicely layerable. They're not going to get like a weird texture like some cream shadows get, or when you go back in to add more and blend it out, it's not going to pick up the product below, which is great. So same thing, we'll just recap on the other side. Take the applicator, it's a doe foot, just like a lip gloss. Get it as close as you can to your eyelashes, and then immediately use your finger to blend it out. I like ring finger because it's not only your weakest one, so you'll blend it softly. Oh, it's got on my face. But it's small, you know, so you can fit it into your eye area pretty well. So I'm going to apply a mascara that was sent to me from the brand called Merit. It is a new clean beauty brand available at Sephora. And I want to show you this mascara because out of all of the clean mascara brands, this one actually lasts. It's crazy. Most of the clean brands that I have tried, they're fine mascaras, they're nothing dramatic, but they never seem to stay on and they would always smudge and get all over my face. But this one really does live up to its claim of not smudging. So I wanted you to see it. It's a fine mascara. I don't feel like it's anything like, you know, like out of this world crazy lash creating, but it really lasts. So it's a good workhorse mascara, you know, it's a good everyday one. We're ready for lips. I don't think I've ever shown you this, and I really love this lip liner. This is the NYX Suede matte lip liner. The color is Maison, and it's brown, but it's great for contouring the lip because of that. So I'm going to apply that, and then a cooler tone, I should not talk while I do this, cooler tone mauve on top, because I want to do a cool lip contrast with a warm eye. Okay, I did most of the lip lining off camera because I couldn't talk while I did it, but now I'm going to apply this lipstick from NCLA Beauty. Fun fact, NCLA is New York City, LA, I think. This is the color Brentwood Snob, and it is what I would consider a mauve because I swear I repeatedly buy mauve lipsticks. There you go. It's got a little bit of warmth, but it's mostly a mid-tone mauve. Alright, just because I'm going to dab Wild Rose in the center. This is from True and Luscious, and I considered just using this on its own, and then I was like, this might not be that wearable if I do that. So, alright, so I've got that color on my ring finger so that I can just dab it. See, it makes kind of a cool new dimensional color. Okay, for a special extra credit bonus thing, I'm going to show you one more little thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take that Wild Rose color, I'm going to draw some on my hand, just a little. Then I'm going to take that Cosette brush and I'm going to dip it in there. And make sure there's not too much on there. And for extra cheek color, and to make this look cohesive, I'm going to dab it on my cheeks. With these more like natural beauty lines like True and Luscious is, you won't need to worry about using like a lip product on your cheeks. That's not to say you can use any lipstick on your cheeks, some maybe not, but with the cleaner brands, that is one of the fun things about it, is you can feel free to use it kind of anywhere. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this high-low, warm-cool look. I don't know what we're calling it. This is all I got for today. But I tried out some products that I hadn't tried before on camera, and you know what? I think I found two new gems, and these are both on the low end in terms of price because you can get both at Target, so that was exciting. I hope you also discovered some new products that you might want to try out, and as always, thanks for watching.